A lot of car washes use these Paloma gas water heaters. They're instantaneous heaters, tankless, and sometimes after a while they stop working. The water flow will be running through them, but they won't fire up. And usually that's caused by a bad diaphragm. I'll show you how to replace the diaphragm and repair the heater. To open up the Paloma heater and get to the diaphragm, you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver, a regular screwdriver, and a medium-sized crescent wrench. The first step is going to be to remove the cover of the Paloma heater. When you're looking at the Paloma heater, there are pins on either side that hold the cover up on top, and small screws on the bottom that hold the bottom in. So first thing will be to remove those screws and take the cover off. Now that the cover is off, you can see that the diaphragm is located right in here. And in order to get to the diaphragm, we have to remove this copper tube. We have to remove this copper tube, and we have to remove the water inlet and outlet from the diaphragm chamber. Then also we'll have to remove this bar from the bottom that's holding the unit up. There's a screw under here and a screw under here. Then we'll be able to remove that bar. And once we get this all this tubing released, we'll be able to take this entire assembly off. Before we begin to remove any piping, we need to make sure that we have the water inlet and outlet turned off, and that the gas feeding the unit is off as well. Okay, so this bar comes off. Okay, and your tube will come off. Sometimes there'll be some water in it. Now to release the chamber, there is a small screw here and one just like it on the other side. There, marked in red. And when you loosen those screws, the chamber will slide down. You don't need to take the screws out completely. Just loosen them up. And your chamber comes out. Okay, so you're going to need a new diaphragm. And these work on most of the Palomas. There's a little different model number you need depending on exactly which one you have. But use our parts request form on our website and let us know which one you have and we can get them for you. So to get to the diaphragm, all you gotta do is take all these screws out of the top of the chamber. Apart. So you want to make sure inside that there's nothing built up in there, no dirt. All looks nice and clean. And then your diaphragm is, on mine it came out attached to the top of the chamber. Sometimes it'll be in the bottom here, wherever it is. Just got to take it apart. Get it out of there. Again, make sure there's nothing built up in there. Make sure that this pin moves. This pin is what is going to move up and down when water goes through the chamber. It's going to push on the diaphragm, push up on the diaphragm spring, which is going to in turn push up on the pin and activate the heater. So get rid of the old one, and you can see the old one here. It's all crimped up. You can see that it wouldn't seal anymore, wouldn't hold the water properly. So that's the problem. So take your new diaphragm, put it in place. The cutout here, round circle, needs to go over that little nozzle there, and just seat it down. And that's it. You can replace the top. You line this up where this set screw, which is your bypass screw, is supposed to line up directly over your inlet there with that hole. So that's your line-up point. And then just replace the screws. Okay, and that's it for putting in the new diaphragm. Now we can go back to the Paloma heater and reinstall the chamber. Okay, so here we are back at the unit. We've got our chamber with the new diaphragm installed. Now that you have the unit out, you can see where those set screws go in to hold the chamber up. So you want to just line those up as you push this back in. Let's slides up in there, and then tighten down your set screws. Make sure they're nice and tight. All right. When you get everything lined up, it just kind of clicks into place. So you want to wait until you get it all in place before you start tightening things down. Okay. All right. Now we put our bottom brace back on. Now that's it. We're ready to replace the cover and fire up. So my knobs are back on, my cover's on, everything's good to go. I'm going to turn my gas supply back on. I can't see down here. Okay, gas is on. So now we're going to push this in and turn it. We should see a pilot light come on. Let's see. Okay, there we got it. There's the pilot light is on. Let's just hold the button in for a few seconds to let it warm up. And we'll let go. The pilot light should stay on, which it does. So everything is good. We're going to turn this to the on position, and that's it. We're ready to run some water through it.